Hello and welcome back to the Hibs career mode. You might be able to tell, you might not be able to tell, but this episode will be post-commentary. Simply because, it is kind of important, but at the same time, it isn't. I decided I wanted to play a friendly because, as you can see there, I wanted to sort of experiment with a new formation. Got rid of a few players from last season, and I believe Garcia's loan expired there as well. But this was a bit more of a experimental episode, and I wanted what's his name? I think it's Nicholas Berglund to get. I wanted to test him out, see how he is. He's what rated is he? He's like 67 rated or something like that at this point, 66. And I just wanted to see how he is because, you know, he's like an exciting youth prospect at this point. It should be Roche, who's 72 rated at this point. But with Berglund, it's like he has his wee icon thing to say has potential to be special, which basically means 90 plus potential. I don't know what Roche's is, and most other players just says showing great potential, which is like 80 to 84, I think, potential. I tried not to keep too many highlights from this game, but as you see, Berglund gets a shot off there, and wasn't really meant to be. I feel like we probably should have won this game, even though it is just a friendly. I feel like we deserved the win. It doesn't really matter at all, though. I don't think anything really significant happened in this game. I don't even know if there was a goal. I don't think there was. And again, very promising volley from him there. But again, just didn't really fly into the back of the net. And I decided to make a few subs here because, well, why not? It's a friendly. I don't know if you can exceed 3 substitutes in one game on the friendlies in this game. Didn't really bother trying it though. I didn't think it was that important. It was the 79th minute. And I feel like we should have put the game to bed here, but somehow the keeper saved that. I'm really happy with how the team shaped him up though, because if you remember, I think it was like the start of last season, we had a lot of quite old players. At this moment in time, we have quite a lot of teenagers. We've got this Porteous guy who we got an offer for. I wasn't sure if I wanted him in my plans because although we don't have many Scottish players or centre backs, as a centre back you expect him to be, you know, about 6 foot for something like FIFA, because I mean Puyol, who's arguably the best centre back in the world ever, he was like 5'10". But this is FIFA, so it doesn't really work like that. We simulated this game against Granada. I ended up ending 2-2. Semi-decent result. It's only a friendly, but we want to get as much cash as possible. As you see here, actually, we have quite a long shortlist. There was a bunch of free agents sitting there. Some who, well, one of them I do sign in this episode, but some of them are still future targets. Some of them aren't. You'll see in a few future episodes because I've recorded up to December, I think, for season 3. I'm not going to spoil anything because, well, obviously I want you to see what happens when the videos eventually come out. As you can see here, though, I wanted to get this man here from Everton because I know he can play right back and centre back, which is helpful for us because, well, the centre back situation isn't exactly amazing. I know he's not young, but I thought his first team quality will probably fit into the team. He can play in a couple of positions. I could probably put him in left back if I really chose to. As of this moment, I've not decided to. I've mainly played him at centre back. try to give him the game time that he wants. Try to negotiate here. Give him 61k wages. But I like to round everything off, because in this game a lot of people like to get, like, you know, 82k, 83k wages, and it's just like, just have the 80 or the 85, you know what I mean? Next friendly we're up against Sheffield Wednesday, who I believe were in the championship. Were they in the championship? I don't even remember. Lookman ended up picking up a knock here, and as I've said a few times, I believe Lookman is a player that I really do want to keep in this team, because he's so good. He's, as you seen last season, he had 9 goals and 9 assists in, like, what, 15 games or something like that. You know, he had a game and he had a goal and an assist for every game, more or less. I think he ended up out for 4 weeks, and we managed to sell Ryan Porteous, and Alexander Arnold came back from his injury as well, which was from, I believe it's from the previous season, was it? We play Osasuna here, and the beat is 2-1, which obviously I wanted to get as much money as possible, but you know, winners can't be beggars can't be choosers. Jameson is, you know, he was a CDM. He can play centre mid as well, which I basically just class that as CDM or cam, to be honest. He can play anywhere that's central though, and he's only 20, 67 rated. I thought, well, he's going to be an incredible addition to the team. He's Australian. I think he's 5'9" in the game. He would be a big addition to the club. I don't know if 10k wages was absolutely necessary. They ended up negotiating for a 120k signing bonus, 45,000 for 5. I don't know if that was appearances or goals that I seen there, but we ended up managing to sign him, which I was really happy about, because Joe Ledley is retiring this season, which surprised me actually, because I mean, in real life I highly doubt he'll actually retire at that age. He's been really important for us as a team. Azog was meant to be his replacement, but I'm not sure if I should keep Azog. I might sell him and buy in a man called Ryan Woods. I think his name's Ryan Woods from Brentford or something. We get an offer here for Paul Hanlon, who like the other players that we ended up selling off, isn't getting any younger. He's definitely not getting any better. Don't need him, basically. It would just be good to get the money in for him, because he's not really any use to us anymore. Not in a bad way. It was good for us when he played, but I just feel like we're in the Premier League now. I don't think it would be Premier League quality at 68 rated, and I want the actual first team itself to be mostly at least 70. I mean, because us being in the Premier League is incredible enough, and surprising enough as well. We do manage to sell him in the end. Gerardo. All I'm going to say about this guy is, for some reason, he just refuses to leave the club. Up until where we are now, he just won't leave. We've had a good few offers in for him. I don't know why anybody would want him, unless you're like, in League 2 or like, is it the third tier for Germany that's in the game now? I just don't see why anybody would really want him, to be honest. I'm really, really tempted to just release him, because I honestly don't want him. He's not a part of the future of this club. He's only like 52 rated. He's just not really any use to us. I believe we get another offer here from No, wait, is that the first offer or the second offer? All I'm gonna say really is that he just refuses to leave. I decided I would change it up. This is the first game of the Premier League in here. Against West Ham, and I decided I would go with a 4-3-3. I wasn't really feeling what's his name? I wasn't feeling Berglund too much as of yet. He's not quite highly rated enough, I don't think. His physical stats really do let him down, which is upsetting, because I think he's got like 40 strength, 50 stamina. You know, he's not very quick either, which is why I put him at cam instead of left mid or right mid, which he can play left mid and right mid, which is good. Basigal getting a chance here, and what a save that is from Adrian. That's absolutely mental how he manages to pull that save off. And actually, I think I've mixed this up here, because as you can see, our goal has been scored. This is just a stupid mistake from me, but yeah, this is the goal here. A goal had already been scored in that last clip. Arnold Rose comes along, Admiral Lookman, just he's the man. He just is the man for the goals, isn't he? That's what I was saying earlier. We need to keep him. I think he's got 6 months left on his loan deal. I don't know who else there is that's on loan. There's Alexander Arnold, who's got 2 months left on his loan deal. Not 2 months. We got him for 2 years, I think, and he has how long left? This was such a cheap goal to concede as well. It seemed so deliberate, and that everybody must hate conceding goals like that. I absolutely despise it, but I suppose I didn't really have an option at that point. El Shinawi, I think it was playing in this game. Just look at this. I don't know who it was marking him, but he didn't really do a very good job of it. John McGinn passes up to Gianni Ortas. I thought this could have been 2, but that was like a very poor chance. Jameson, I kept this in because this is basically Jameson's debut. I suppose it was a daft decision from me to let him on for 5 minutes, and it didn't do anything. We didn't manage to do anything for the rest of the 5 minutes I gave him. So first game of the season ended 1 each. However, I wasn't really expecting much from the game anyway, because we probably shouldn't be in the Premier League at this point. Chelsea, I think we just played the same team. Oh god, Chelsea. I was positive going into this game, I have to admit, but at the same time I wasn't expecting to dominate them or anything like that, because I think, what was it the FA Cup that we played them last season? They destroyed me. That's all I can really say. They absolutely destroyed me. Every single time they went on the attack, they just looked like they were ready to score, and this was pathetic from Vinicius. I tried to make him clear it like 5 times there, just rapidly spamming circle essentially, and for some reason he just wouldn't clear it, and this pass summed up the game for me. That's why I left that in. Tried to kick off and you can't even kick off properly. That's when you know the game's gone bad. And even more awful defending from Vinicius. I understand that I was controlling him. I thought the ball was already coming to me, so I held in right in the analog stick to essentially get rid of it. And this goal was a peach. That's all I can really say. Just it was. I was really upset in this game, I have to admit. Although I was expecting to lose, but I wasn't expecting to concede 4 goals inside or just outside an hour. And I thought it was going to be on a 5-6, 7-0 or something to them. We ended up getting finally a chance from Roche, but didn't really go in the back of the net. I thought he actually got injured with that tackle from whoever it was earlier. Thankfully for us, we have Adam Lookman now, and he gets a nice big goal there. Just a shitty consolation, to be honest. And then again, I thought we could have got second, but wasn't to be, and they defended quite well here. And the final kick of the game, I think, came from a corner, which they deal with fairly well, as you expect from Chelsea. So yeah, not a very good game for us. Next game is in the Carabao Cup against Charlton Athletic, something I don't care about. But this is the end of the episode. We'll get Bournemouth in transfer deadline day. Next episode will be live, and if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you think of the video, and I hope you've enjoyed. Enjoy your day.